Okay, now let's look at this question. It says, consider the arithmetic sequence. Look, it says there's a Q there. Sequence. Q sounds more like a C when you say comma, comma, sequence, sequence, comma, 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 comma. You see, you've got semicolons, but you can use this as the series as well. You can add all these numbers. All right, these are our three formulas, that one, and that one. First question says, calculate the value of the 25th term in the sequence. All right, so we need the value of the 25th term. So what they're asking you symbolically, it will be T subscript 25. That's what you need to calculate. So we'll go ahead and use that formula there. So according to the formula, so we can write T subscript 25 equals to the A. A is the first term, it's 6. And then plus, open the parenthesis, so it's going to be 25 minus 1, close the parenthesis, open the parenthesis. So if you work out the D, 10 minus 6 will be 4. So you put a 4 there and then you write it outside. So let's work out what that is. So we've got 6 plus, open the parenthesis, which is 25 minus 1, of which we know it's 24, of course, then times by the 4. There we go. We get a value of 102. All right, so that's the first answer. So I'm going to tell them there, right about this, guys. The answer is 102. Then there's a second question, says calculate the sum of the first 25 terms of the sequence symbolically. They are asking you to calculate as substitute 25. So you already know this is going to be the last term because that is the 25th term. So let's come down here. So you can write that as this is the same. So I'm going to go ahead and use that formula there to get the 25th term. So it's going to be S subscript 25 equals to the A and 25 by the 2, parenthesis, then A first term, which is 6, and then plus the last term, which is 1 and 2. So it's the parenthesis equals 2. So I'll work it up. So we have 25 over 2. And the parenthesis is 6 plus 102. Close the parenthesis. How? This is the answer. 1,300. So far, so good. All right, so number 3 says, how many terms? How many terms? See, they're asking the number of terms. So they're asking you to calculate n there, underscored, of the sequence will add up to 1,248. So I'm going to clear this part. So now, what are they giving us and what are they asking? So what's given as subscript n, given, which is actually that. That is a subscript n. They're asking me to find the n. So I'm going to go ahead and use that formula there. So as subscript n, we've got some, I'm substituting immediately. All right, so I'm going to put 1,240 equals to n. which is n divided by 2. Open the brackets. I've got the a, 2 times a, so the a and down is 6 that is there. Then plus, open the parentheses, and minus 1, close. We figure out the common difference was 4. Close parentheses. So we do it out. So I prefer to get rid of the fraction that's 2. So I'm going to take 1248, double it, meaning times it by 2. That gives me 2,496 equals 2. So I'm going to add, open the brackets. Well, inside the brackets, 2 times 6, and to 12, and then plus, I'm going to just put the 4 into there. So we have got 4n minus the 4, and it comes to brackets. Now, somebody can tell when you take that and that you work them together, you should get an 8, isn't it? So it's 12. Take away the 4, see, you get 8. All right, so let's not forget. So I'm going to change color, so we got 2,496 equals to 10 into 8 plus 4n. I'm going to multiply n and transpose 2,496 to the other side. So here we go. We've got 4n squared, and then plus the 8n minus 2,496. So choice is yours. If you want to divide by 4, you can do that. Might as well just use quadratic formula. No need to waste time. Let's go after the quadratic formula, or simply factorize if you can. So I'm going to go for the quadratic. N equals 2, or n equals to, better. You can show them the part where you factorize. I'm going to show you how you're going to write it. All right, so we got that formula which says minus 8 is a negative 8 plus, you take the square root in the parentheses if you want to, you got 8 squared, b squared minus 4 times the 8, 4 in the parentheses times the c, which is 400. I go down, then I've got 2, open the parentheses, and 2, 4, close. That's the first answer. N equals to 24 terms. All right. Good. Now we navigate. We want to go back and go change the sign. All right. So there we go. So I'm going to make that sign. I'm going to make it a negative. Then the other answer we get negative 26. Remember, by definition, n must be an element of natural numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. Can never be negative. There we go. Now, if you want to pretend to the guys as if you actually factorize without actually doing it, just transpose this 24 to the other side, minus 26 to the other side, and keep them in a parenthesis. In other words, you write the yellow step and minus 24 in the parenthesis, close, and then another one, 10 plus 26 to the parenthesis equals to 0. So this fools them. It makes them think he was too smart. You actually got the factors that quick, but you did not. All right, so there we go. So we got the answer for this one. So we want to go on and do the other one. All right, look at number 4. Number 4 is the one that includes inequality. It says calculate the least. That's the smallest number of terms. Least number of terms that must be added if the answer must be more than. Can you see that word more than? If the answer must be more than. That is the way to say S subscript N must be greater than 2000. That's more than, right? So that means that formula must be greater than that. So here where there is S subscript N, I'm going to plug in the formula. It must be greater than 2000. I'm trying to find N. Let's go. So first thing we write N divided by 2. Open the brackets, 2 into A, which is 6. Then plus, open the parentheses, N minus 1 times by the D. The D we figure out equals 4, close the parentheses. All of that must be greater than 2000. Remember, we're dealing with inequalities. There's basically 4 rules of inequalities that I can give you, but I'm going to give you 3. When you multiply or divide both sides by a negative, that's rule number 1. You reverse the inequality sign. Rule number 2, if you reciprocate both sides, you flip both sides, you're going to reverse the inequality sign. That was number 2. Number 3, if your bases are less than 1 but greater than 0, meaning they lie between 0 and 1, meaning open interval, 0, 1. You reverse the inequality sign. You see that in logarithm with dealing with exponents. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that 2, multiply by 2, and work what's within the parentheses there as well. Okay, I'm going to change what's in the parentheses. All right, so let's change what's in there. All right, so first I've got N. In the brackets, you're going to have 12. And when I multiply by 4, you're going to have 4n and then minus the 4. The other side, the inequality stays the same, but we now have 4,000. All right, so now we have 4. Open the brackets. If you deal with 12 and minus 4, that one, you got 8 plus the 4n. Close the bracket. Greater than 4,000. I'm going to multiply into, but I'm going to write the 4n squared first. So you now have 4n squared plus the 8n. Now, remember, this is on the right hand side, so I'm moving it to the left, so it's going to be negative 4,000 0. And then you can just do your factorization or quadratic formula, or divide everything by 4, because the 4 does go, but I'm not going to do that. I'm doing it as if I'm trying to save time in an exam. So n equals to, or n equals to. All right, using the quadratic formula, you've got division. First thing, you've got negative b, which is going to be negative 8 plus square root 8 squared minus 4 times the a, which is 4. And then you want to multiply it by the c, which is negative 4,000. You want to go beneath and go 2 times the a, which is 2 times the 4. There's is the first answer. You got. Now, watch. Did you notice I put equal sign? This is going to be actually your critical values. But let me show you a smarter way. Here's a smarter way. As long you've got greater than sign, provided n squared it's positive here. If it's greater than sign, one of your answers is gonna be n is greater than, and then you write or the other one n is less than. The one that is greater will be greater than whichever number is the greatest. At the moment, I cannot check. I'm jotting this down, 30.64. I'm just keeping it as the note. But I will come back to that. But let's go change the sign there in that quadratic formula. All right, so when I backspace that, I want to make it a minus. Then there is another note. We have negative 32.64. All right, the 30.64 is bigger, so n must be bigger than the biggest number. So this is bigger than whatever is big. 30.64. Big goes with big. Greater goes with greater number. And then the other one will be n is less than whatever is less. Negative 32.64. Now, if you're dealing with this one, because n is an element of natural numbers, this won't work because you'll see what? This one here. If we take numbers which are less than 30.64, the first number would be 30. We go down. Okay. No, forgive me. It says numbers greater than that. Yeah, the first one is 31. The next one is 32. And then 33. And then you're going to keep on going on and on. So you can see the list of these numbers, they're actually natural numbers. But if you're going to come to this one, numbers less than negative 32.64, you're going to have negative 33, negative 34. You can see these are not natural numbers. Remember, by definition, n must be an element of natural numbers, like I said. So this guy is out. So we're going to pick our answer here. Which one are we going to pick? The least number. Which one is the least number? It's 31. So that means when we give them the answer, we say n equals to 31. That will be the answer for that question. And we're done with that. Thank you.